I'm walking niggas down with that 4 pound when they go down. That Pakistan chop and knock his forehead to the low ground. Daily when I'm birth, blood spreading through the turf. But it's a lot of niggas there, what's out here fucking up that work? Fucking over niggas' money, playing crazy like a kid.
What up though? OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. Welcome to Saturday. Hope y'all been enjoying the previous episodes. I'm loving the support. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got to take y'all back probably where I left off at in one of my previous prison stories. And that's when I got to GR Cotton. And let me tell you, I met a lot of solid brothers, a lot of good brothers, a lot of dudes who I just got back in touch with. And it's a blessing being able to do these stories because dudes hopped in the comment section like, dog, I was at Cotton. My man Cal X recently just popped at me in one of my recent videos. My man Kamadi popped at me in my video for free Ephraim Paredes. And like I said, I met a lot of dudes around that time, 98, 99, who foundated a lot of my belief systems and the way I move, right? One particular brother that I met around this same time when I met Kamadi, I met Cal X, who just was commenting, I met my brother Ephraim Paredes, I met this brother Trav X. The world know him as Danny Travis. And what shocked me, like a lot of stories that I heard around that time, was Trav X's story, right? Like the gist of what I'm saying today about this episode is the lessons that I got from this brother. He told me something once, right? And it hurted me a little bit. He said, because he told me how much time he had there, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But he said, bro, the time don't matter as long as I act like the pain is imaginary. And that sunk in with me. You know, it went with me at night, and I laid there, and I'm like, damn. So all this time he been doing, he really just act like the pain is a figment of his imagination. Like it really don't exist. And that is a powerful place to put yourself in mentally after you've been incarcerated, as long as he have been incarcerated. And let me tell you, at the time that I met the brother, he had been locked up almost 20 years, and that was in 98. So this the dude, like him and his brother Paris, these are the two dudes who got me for being a little chunky dude when I first hit the yard in 98 to being able to blow through, 5 miles jogging with a good pace like it wasn't nothing. I got all the way cut up. I got down to 176. I was hitting that rope a lot, jogging a lot. So, but him, Trav X, used to run his butt off, and he was the brother who got my lungs right by pushing me. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. We got 4 more laps, and we'll be there. I'm like, man, listen, I can't do 1 more. But he gave me that, and I remembered that over and over. The time don't matter as much as long as I act like the pain is imaginary. That sunk in my brain, and that got into my soul. So let me give you a little backstory about my brother Travis X. 1979, November the 25th to be exact, at around 9 p.m. But it's the Purple Martin gas station in Midland, Michigan, was robbed. And the attendant, his name is Jim Reichs, was shot and killed. 3 witnesses saw a man fleeing the scene of the crime, and they all gave statements the next day. Their names are Bradford Kevin Roop, Alma Maxine Shook, and her husband Harold B. Shook. All gave statements the next day saying that they saw an individual running from the gas station and whatnot. That information, along with another witness who saying that they saw a familiar truck of a local named Yeager. What's Yeager's first name? Michael Ray Yeager. They said they see Michael Ray Yeager's truck and gave a description of it and his license plate. So police arrested him, right? Arrested him, got him in the interrogation room, squeezing his guts out. So what they saying, what's going on is they saying that instead of him taking his lumps and saying, okay, if you're gonna say anything, my man's did that. He tried to throw Trav under the bus and put the blame on him. All witness accounts saying that Trav didn't do it, right? But he's saying that there was his man Travis X, or Trav at the time, Danny Travis. We was supposed to be going to get some weed. and he thought he thought it was a good idea to go rob this gas station. So we pull up to the gas station, right? This is what Michael Ray Yeager's account is. Danny go in the gas station. He come back out. He got a gun. He got a fistful of money. He shoved him towards me and say, "Pull off." And he say he pull off, right? He say he pull off. He go about his business, and that was supposed to have been his witness testimony against Trav X, who I know is Trav X, Danny Travis, and they arrested him later on that night, right? But the thing about it was that his statement was inconsistent, right? Because they actually he didn't implicate himself initially. He didn't say he had nothing to do with it. So he had inconsistent statements. They really didn't believe him. He actually said that he disposed of the gun for him and sold the gun to some Thomas brothers that was out of Thomas, right? Yeah, Thomas brothers out of Saginaw for a dime bag of weed, which I don't care what year it was. That don't make no sense. You don't sell no gun for no dime bag of weed. You know what I mean? It sounds like something else was in play, right? It sounds fishy, right? Who does that? But that's his testimony. Trav X's two sisters, Ruthie and Kathy, they saying that he was at home. They said Danny was at home with us. We were babysitting. He was at home with us babysitting. And actually that this dude Yeager came knocking on our door about 10 o'clock at night, banging and banging, looking for Danny, and pulling up with some other dude. And Danny saying the same thing. And their testimony at trial matched perfectly with their statements that they gave police at the time of them being questioned about the crime, or them giving their statements on behalf of their brother, right? Or actually what happened. The thing is though, right, you got this is crazy, like in the late 70s, really it's from the 60s on up, late 70s, there was a lot of things that couldn't be traced. There was a lot of things they wasn't using as far as technology, but what was in place is fingerprints, right? They saying that the only physical evidence they have time, brother Danny Travis, to this crime is one fingerprint found on the counter. Now, this is the thing. Not only is Danny Travis familiar with the area, he frequents the area, he worked down the street at Dow at the time and had bought gas in the gas station the previous day, which could easily account for what? His fingerprint being on the counter. Now, we got he say, she say, more circumstantial evidence than actual physical evidence. And the one piece of physical evidence they have, because they didn't have a murder weapon, they didn't have no type of camera equipment, and then actually the dude Danny Yeager actually told his wife, hey, I think his name was David at first, but I think it might have been Travis or Travis or something. He didn't even know the dude's last name. So he was making up stuff. So his statements was inconsistent for one, and then on top of that, you got real weak, flimsy evidence. You don't have nothing solid on this brother. If you're going to convict somebody of first-degree murder and give them life in prison, I need more than a fingerprint at a store that I frequent. But that's my brother's case. That's my brother's case. He's 64 years old right now to this day. And what's deep about him, and I'm not saying this to sound funny, you run across so many solid dudes through the course of incarcerations, because I did 3 prison terms, like I told y'all. From 1997 to 02, I went back in 07, came home in 2010, and the last time I went in was 2013. I came home 10 days before Christmas in 2015. So I've been home, 7 years after this last bid, almost 7 years this December. So I honestly met a lot of dudes over the years. A lot of dudes, and I forget some dudes unless I'm constantly in contact with them. Like I'm sending them letters and whatnot, saying call, they call. I got a brother named Octop, Eric Webster. Octop been down for a long time, 20, 30 years. He won't even call. You know what I mean? And I get it. Some dudes who doing long terms of incarceration will not, they don't like calling home. But the point is, I reach out to a lot of these dudes, and if they're not constantly in touch with me, I got such a long roster of them that some dudes, not saying they get pushed to the back burner, but your memory becomes selective. So I kind of didn't forget Trav X, but a little bit, you know. You kind of get what I'm saying? Kind of not out of sight, out of mind, but charge it to my heart, not my mind, you know. So, or charge to my mind, not my heart. So I was looking at my brother Efren Paredes' case, and I ran across Travis' case. And I said, wow, my brother. And then immediately I remember what he said, that the time don't matter that much if you act like the pain is imaginary. And that there was a bar for me. That was a lesson. That's something I carry with me all these years, and I don't think he know that. And I'm reaching out to him as we speak to get in contact with him because I want to hear his side of the story. He's trying to get some action back in the courts as well. So I thought it was powerful and exemplary to tell this brother's story today because I didn't want to forget him again. You know, I wanted to make sure not only that I didn't forget him again, but that the world knew about him through my platform. I mean, I seen some of his stuff on the internet, but I think that we all need to go. You type in, I don't even know what specific site that's supporting or whatnot, but on Facebook, I believe it is. And if you just Google it, you type in Danny Travis, Michigan conviction or something to that effect. I'm pretty sure things will come up concerning him getting some action in court. And this website that I was on is called Actual Innocent Prisoners. And they got his information. Danny Travis, convict number 158592, Lakeland Correctional, Coldwater. Exactly where I started off, 141 First Street. And this my bro. Can y'all see that? The little slash that they got at the bottom for him. It's my bro, man. Good dude, solid dude, 64 years old, been locked up since 1979. And my thing is, like I've always said on this platform, I think there needs to be provisions and whatnot in place for dudes. I got too many phones. For dudes that's doing all that time. You need to check back in with them dudes and do a proper assessment to see if they are capable of getting back into society and being of use. I don't think anybody, unless the crime is crazy. In this case, they don't even got no real evidence. They locked this man up all this time. This man been locked up 40-something years. And all that time, I'm pretty sure he has some redemptive quality and something in him to be able to offer the world. As opposed to rotting in prison for another 10, 15, and however many years until he die. You know, that's my portion. That's how I feel. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about long or indeterminate lifers or sentences. And people that can possibly redeem themselves and come home and be an asset to somebody else, you know? I think that's powerful for somebody to be able to come to give. I got a brother that just called me. My bro, I posted it on my post. Probably the only post I ever made or whatever. Maybe 2 posts I made on YouTube so far. And one of them was about my dude, Derek Sane, him and his twin brother. And he works so much. He do a lot of cement work, so he worked longer hours, so it's hard to get him. But he just called me. I'm about to call him back and set up so we can do his interview because he got a powerful story about giving life back to the MDOC and coming home. And now him and his Kings Rising platform is about to start blossoming and developing. He already been doing the merchandise for about a year or 2, the t-shirts. And he called me, he like, you my unofficial business partner because you really gave me the name for Kings Rising. Yeah, I'm like, you know, we was just brainstorming. You know, you don't owe me nothing. You don't owe me anything. And I'm putting that on this platform right now. The brother don't owe me anything. That's my bro. Good brother, solid brother, my Capricorn brother. And you know, like a lot of y'all who watch this platform, I'm sure y'all like my brothers or my sisters. Y'all can relate to me. It's a camaraderie, and it's something that we can possibly build on. That's what it's for. I love people getting in the comment section, hit me up. Oh, hey, listen, before I forget, I got 2 winners because it was a tie, and I had to try to pinpoint the time. I got 2 winners, and I got to get their names. I'll pop at y'all tomorrow about their names, but I got 2 winners of the shoulder massage I did as a giveaway for my 100th episode. It's a brother and a sister. I think the sister's name is Kay Chrissy or something like that, and the brother, I forget his name, but he did some time, and he was just telling me why he followed the platform and whatnot, and they both was right there, so I said, you know what? I'm going to get both of them a massager, so that's on me, baby. I'm going to do that, and I got to get the information to where they want the stuff sent to, but yeah, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Get in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this episode or previous episodes or me in general. I kind of spazzed the other day a little bit about people getting in the comment section talking crazy. But whatever. Say what you want to say. I ain't tripping. You know, notification bells so y'all can get the upcoming videos. And it's me, OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. I love y'all as always. And I'm out.